Hey yo, Etcher here. Um, just writing one of my stories, and I actually came up with an interesting theory about some new life, and I thought I'd address. I made a video about the Fermi paradox, but I've just come up with an interesting theory about why we can't see much of the life in the universe. Um, we say that we can see 3% of the overall universe. That's actually incorrect, and most scientists probably understand this too. It's easier to say 3% because it sounds realistic. The surface of our universe, like the tangible layer that we're on, that matter, light, and sound and time exist, is actually less than 0.05% of the overall universe. It's like the surface layer of the ocean, and everything else is stable and calm underneath. And that surface of chaos, that tiny sliver, is literally the surface of our universe. Ours is the most complicated with the most rules because each of the other layers of the universe govern the aspects of our existence on the tangible layer. But that doesn't mean that all life has to exist on the tangible layer. Because it makes up only 0.05% of the overall universe, there is a really good chance the majority of life in the universe exists on these other layers, and the only part of them that exists on our layers may be a few particles that we can't even interact with, they may be subatomic particles that can't even be interacted with by other matter on our tangible layer. And there could be trillions, countless trillions of these life forms in different evolutionary forms across the entire universe that we could never see, experience, communicate with, because they are the only part of what could be an enormous life form. Only a particle or subatomic particle exists on our tangible layer. So that is why we're unable to see them. This is also the like goes with the other Fermi paradox thing that I created. It Once beings in our universe understand the way the different layers of the universe work, you no longer need to have all your matter or all your energy existing on the tangible layer. You can trade value. Okay, how do I explain this? So matter and energy have trade values. Like a block of iron has a different energy trade value to the same size block of gold because they're made up of different atomic structures, and there are different levels of energy required to create each of the atoms. So they store energy in different ways. Bugger. I'm going to have to try and edit this because I've just totally lost my train of thought. Right. So once these other beings understand the trade values of energy and how, like, the footprint of matter in the other layers, you can actually create the majority of your ship, craft, civilization, whatever, in one of these other layers, leaving only a very tiny amount in the surface layer to be interacted with. It is an incredible way to hide if there is a civilization coming to try and destroy you. Uh, it would it, it would be a logical thing to do anyway, because the surface layer of our universe, the tangible or tan layer of the universe, is chaos. It's like the surface of the ocean during a storm, all the time. The rest of the universe makes sense and the rules never change. They stay stable constantly. But on the tangible layer, our layer of the universe, the layer of light, sound, and time, everything is chaos. There's exploding stars. There's energy transfer all over the place. Energy trading back and forth between different, like, turning itself into elements, turning itself back into energy, reactive mean, blah, blah, blah. But this layer is chaos. The universe does not care if life exists or not on this layer because it'll just create more when it destroys one. So to protect your civilization, not only from destruction, but also from time, you remove those aspects of your universe. You drop beneath them so they no longer affect you. So if you can drop yourself into a pocket dimension or one of the other layers of the universe, removing the tangible layer's effect on your being, You can remove time and you can remove danger. Your entire civilization will now be protected for all of time. So this is a really good chance of why we can't see anything above stage 3. No civilization above stage 3 would have any reason to interact directly with this layer anymore. They would observe it and they'd travel around and blah, 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 but we would never see them. They'd be tiny particles or little balls of light or whatever. We wouldn't be able to interact with them. We wouldn't be able to catch them. They could travel at whatever speed they wished within the time. There are still speed restrictions within our layer, even if you drop beneath it, because you have to leave something behind or you can't come back. If a black hole is a brilliant example of this. That's what happens when all the matter drops beneath the space-time layer. There's no coming back from that. To be able to come back, you have to leave something behind. You have to leave a tether to the tangible layer, or you will be lost to it forever. So that's kind of my Fermi paradox video and the theory of why we can't see much of the life in the universe. It's because so little of our universe exists in the layer that we can interact with. So there's a good chance that the majority of the life exists on these other layers. They may even, it may be possible, because an understanding of energy within the universe gives you the power of manipulation over it. If these beings, enough of them existed on these other layers, they may, through even a few particles, be able to grow themselves a form, be able to grow themselves enough of the form that they can either observe or interact with this layer of the universe. I don't know, because I've only just sort of worked out, I've only just worked out the alternate levels of the universe and how matter interacts with them. So I don't want to make this video too long. I'm going to stop it here and try and cut out that dumbass bit earlier. But yeah, this is Etcher. Just trying to open perspective, man. I'm not telling you how things are. I'm a science fiction author. I'm not trying to start a new religion or nothing, man. I'm just trying to like open perspective and give you all my crazy ideas. But they are based on science. I don't base my ideas on sci-fi. I base them on science. I also study science and quantum physics. My goal is to understand how the universe works. So, because I love it. I love it here, man. This is the greatest existence I can imagine. I exist. I can witness everything. I can look through my eyes. I can hear sound. I can speak and communicate. There's smells. This universe, regardless of the fact that I only get to see less than 0.5% of it, that 0.5% is everything. Because all the other layers of the universe exist to govern the single surface. The ocean exists for the surface. It doesn't exist for everything underneath. The surface is everything, to us anyway. But yeah, that's my bit of insanity for the morning. Thanks you all for listening. It's Etcher out.